All right, all right, all right, all right.
Is it that time again already, y'all? Is it that time?
Already. You know what time it is. Tell me what
Yes,
time
sir.
is it.
It's Night Brothers Intermittent Fasting Show time, y'all. Welcome everybody to the show. Man, so glad to have y'all.
All right, fellas. All right, fellas. Fellas, we got.
Live and in living color? Are we live and in living color? That's what I want to know.
We live in effect, brother. We are live. Q, the special show tonight, brother.
Yes, it is, man. I'm excited about it. Hey, I really am excited about it, man. Looking forward to it.
Nick, love.
All the way live from the studios in Annapolis. You see Annapolis in the background right there, fellas?
Yes, sir. I love it. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I'm loving it.
That's Main Street right there going on downtown, City Dock.
Karen, peace and love.
Hello to Kim Classy One Night. Hello to Margaret Nick. How y'all doing this evening?
All right, all right. Got the first two beautiful ladies to join us tonight. Look, Q.
Yes, sir.
You had to go deep for this show, and you pulled a jewel out for this show, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, it's gonna be a good one. It's really gonna be a good one. So everybody, hang on, because it's gonna be a good one. Kim Marie Walker in the house. How you doing, Kim Walker?
So you guys know the routine. As you check into the show, just type your name in so we can put you on the screen so everybody else can know you with us tonight on this journey too. And also share the show. You know the routine. Just go hit share to your page right now, so everybody can see what's going on. We don't want nobody to miss the Night Brothers show.
Everybody see what's going on.
There you go.
How you doing, Bernice Taylor? Bernice in the house. Bernice, y'all see that meal Bernice cooked yesterday, man? Had my mouth water.
Oh yeah.
Oh, my man Keith Colbert just came in the house. What's up, Keith?
We got Keith Colbert.
All right, man, we got some whoopers in the house. We're gonna have some whoopers in the house tonight. Miss Iona Hicks, how you doing? Miss Karen Beans, how you doing?
Yep, got the brother Keith Colbert, the good brother Keith Colbert up here tonight.
Yes,
so Keith, all right.
Definitely.
Keith, you had to show and prove for the ballers tonight. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that.
What you represent tonight, Keith?
Thank you, Karen Beans. She said hello to my chocolate brothers. I don't even know how to respond to that, but it's all good.
Gotta love you.
Oh my goodness! There you go. Got you straight.
There you go. All right.
So Q.
Yes, sir.
All right, and I had to go get the van. I had to go put some gas in it, and I had to drive the van all the way across America to get tonight's guest. Did you realize that?
Yes, sir. We had to go cross country, man.
In the
We
snow.
had to go cross country to pick him up.
Yeah, well, we didn't have a budget to fly him, so we had to break out a van. You know what I mean? We kind of low on the budget.
It was only 7 passenger van at that. Only 7 passengers, though. But it's all right.
That's why I had to send you that $100 for gas money, huh?
That's right.
got
Man,
right.
who behind the house? Man, we got all the ballers in the house tonight. Who behind us?
Yes, indeed.
All right. My girl Tenacious Tanya Cooper in the house.
All right. So look, we got a lot to cover, so we're gonna get this thing popping tonight, y'all. Okay.
Yes, sir. Let's get going.
So look here, y'all. Tell me if you like the music.
Hey.
You better turn that joint up a little bit. Pump that. There you go.
Say what?
Y'all don't know nothing about. Y'all don't know nothing about that. Stop playing.
What y'all know about that?
Pump me up.
All right, what you know about that?
Yes, sir.
What y'all know about that? Who behind know about that?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, sir. My man Poopy in the house.
Hey. Ronald Harris know about that. You know what I mean? Bernice Taylor know.
Like I said,
About that.
we had to go all the way across country to get this brother. Yeah, that's some good music, ain't it, Tanya? Margaret, Margaret know what's up. Look, all the way from Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, and I hope I'm pronouncing that right. He'll correct me if I'm wrong. But we had to go all the way over to Idaho, y'all, over to the West Coast. to get this brother. So y'all look, he is on a different time zone and everything else. So when he comes on, I want everybody in here to say welcome to my man when he come on here. Y'all know his name. I'll see everybody type in the chat group. Welcome to the show. Coming to the stage all the way from Idaho. Your brother, your cousin, our nephew, our uncle, our brother. Give it up for MArsell Colbert, y'all.
Yeah, baby.
What's going on? Give him some light and love.
Mr. Colbert, welcome back.
What's good? What's good?
Looking good, boy. You looking all fresh.
Good to have you
boy.
on
Looking
the
like $1
show.
million. Looking like $1 million. How you feeling, brother?
Man, I'm great, man. Feeling great. How you guys doing this night? Doing this evening, rather.
Well, man. Let me get me in that page if you would, son.
Okay, let me get you straight. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, audience. Give the brother some love. Give him some welcome. That's what I'm talking about. Y'all representing.
Joanne Jenkins in the house. How you doing, Joanne?
Yes, indeed.
It's here.
MArsell, you know something about that music?
Hey, man. Hey, that's my thing right there. That go-go, baby.
You got them old mixtapes.
So look,
MArsell.
MArsell.
I still got the tapes, cassette tapes.
Oh, man.
That's what I'm asking about. Exactly. Yes, indeed.
What they used to call them, MArsell, PA tapes, right?
Yeah,
I still got the PA tapes, man.
The
I got
PA
a whole gang of them.
They don't know nothing about the PA tapes, man. They don't know nothing. Oh, man. Beautiful.
Way back when they used to ban, bringing in tape recorders.
Yeah, yes, sir.
That's right. Bootlegger.
Well, look, we got a full show tonight, y'all, so we're going to just jump right on into it because we're going to talk about all aspects of what this brother's been doing and the great things he's done out there in Idaho. But let's keep it rocking, Arden.
No question.
Let's go.
You know who we are. Huh? Welcome to the Night Brothers Intermittent Fasting Show. Come on, slide it in there. You know what it is. We're healthy.
We're healthy is the new sexy, baby. So, Q, you got to keep us legal, Q.
Yes, sir. Look, I want everybody to know that we are not physicians, and this show is not providing medical advice for any ailment or medical condition. If you have a medical condition, we strongly suggest you seek the advice of a professional healthcare provider prior to attempting any information shown on this broadcast. We got to keep it legal, y'all. We got to keep it legal.
Sir.
Kenny, tell them what they can do, Kenny. Tell them what they can do. I done brought you on early, but you might as well tell them since you're here.
And get the screen right for them.
It's a live show. You know, you can chat. Tell them, man, they can call in.
What up,
Talk to
everybody?
you.
What up, everybody? What's good?
All right. Kenny, give him the dial-in number, Kenny. Give him the dial-in number.
Hey, you want to call in? You gonna have some comments? We're gonna have some we're gonna have something to say tonight. So you want to chime in? Feel free to chime in at 240-230-7545. Once again,
right,
that's 240-230-7545. Give us a holler.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, brother.
Let's give a shout out to Charlene Curtis Adams and to my girl Ronnie turning heads in the house. How y'all doing, ladies? Beautiful ladies.
Let them know what's on tap.
Hey, what's up going on, lady?
So, Q, you got to tell folks what's on tap for tonight. What we got? What's happening with tonight's show, brother? Can you help us out with that?
I'm going to tell you, the bartender mixing some strong drinks tonight, y'all. And the first drink on tap is the Marty Hayes Child Please Award with our special contributor and our friend, Mr. Kenny Adams, giving the commentary. That's going to be drink number one. After we've sipped on that beverage, drink number two is going to be a special interview with Annapolis' own Mr. MArsell Colbert. And man, we're going to go in depth about what he's doing, where he came from, and where he is now. And our third drink, we're gonna finish it off with the KBS, the Night Brothers Baby. Baby stands for Be a Better You segment. Back to you, Lenny.
All right, brother. All right. Look, we want to thank y'all because guess what? Down with us.
Who's down with us? Everybody's down with us.
Yo,
Cheryl
we
Hunt
appreciate
down with us.
it.
Cheryl Queen down with us. You are right down with us. Keith Colbert down with us. Vernon Stanton down with us. Tony Rice down with us. Carl Snowden down with us. Rick Slade down with us. Vince Leggett down with us. Lisa Peters down with us. Jesse Knight down with us. Joanne Jenkins down with us. Lisa Powell down with us. Kim Queen down with us. Gladys Jones down with us. Sheila Taylor down with us. Lenny Knight down with us. Sean Strain down with us.
Look, we want to thank the audience for being so lovely. Wonderful audience, man. This whole intermittent fasting thing took off wilder than we could ever imagine, and we just love y'all for who you are and for just having thirst for this lifestyle to do something productive and healthy with yourself. So we definitely want to thank you for that.
Yes.
But look, this what's going on right now, y'all. We got to do the Child Please Award. We haven't done it in a couple of weeks now. And you know how it started. Marty Hayes started this. And
the late great Marty Hayes.
got to say some thank you, some hellos, because people jumping on. I don't want to leave them out. Q.
Yes,
Yeah, we got my girl Ronnie turning heads. How you doing, Ronnie?
yes, indeed.
Tanya Tenacious Cooper saying hello to everybody.
Hey, RT. Hey, Marvin Nick, what's good? Happy New Year.
Keith Colbert giving you a shout out too, Kenny.
Keith Colbert, the big homie.
Yes, I'm a little brother. My girl Teresa Davis just popped in the house. How you doing, Teresa?
So we want to get into Child Please. Child Please is something Marty Hayes came up with. It's the award for the most ridiculous person in the news within the last week or so. And Marty used to call him out hard too, boy. He used to just break him down. he slayed him. He didn't have no. But and Kenny
He's carried on the tradition well. I got to give it to you. He's carried on that tradition very well.
Yes, indeed.
But Kenny want to say, first of all, Happy New Year to everyone. It's been a trying year, to say the least, but we're glad we made it on this side of it, especially on the Night Brothers show tonight. Secondly, he want to give a shout out to our special guest, Mr. MArsell. Even though they talked for about an hour or so last night, he want to give it up to my man. They say they go way back like Applejacks. MArsell Colbert to be on here with you after all the losses and hurt we've been through from our closest friends and family. It's really a special occasion to be on tonight. But you can tell him yourself, Kenny, since you're on here, because at first you just was going to send this and I was going to read it, but since you're on here, go on, tell him yourself, brother.
That's it.
Yeah, it is. It is. I mean, all the losses, I'm sure everybody has suffered this year, close friends and family. And for us to be, like we talked last night, MArsell, just the moment to sit here and chat with you. We were talking about, we're not even talking about basketball. We were talking about going and playing football over Germantown. You know, way back in the day, playing tackle football when it snowed. We played 14 on 14 or whatever. But it's a pleasure, for real. But it's a pleasure, brother, man. It's an honor. You know, we chat, we text every now and then, but to share this stage with you tonight is an honor, brother, man. And I appreciate all you do. We'll talk later about that.
Yeah, thank you guys for having me, man. I appreciate you, brother. I appreciate you, brothers.
No doubt, brother. No doubt, man.
Appreciate you.
Well, we're going to continue with Child Please, and thank you, Kenny, for saying that. But this week's Child Please Award, it goes to no other than wide receiver, NFL wide receiver. I don't know if he might be former NFL wide receiver now. Antonio Brown. And look, if you're not familiar with the story, we're going to do you the favor of taking a look at just why he was in the news. So let's just peek that out. We come back on the other side. Antonio Brown, y'all.
Situation. Antonio Brown boiled over, very upset on the sideline, took off his shoulder pads. Mike Evans, O.J. Howard trying to convince him to keep them on. Obviously, they were unable to do so. He tossed his shoulder pads, stripped off his shirt and glove, threw those into the crowd, then ran across the field while the teams were still on the field, giving the crowd a peace out sign. I'll let you know when we hear something official on his status.
Thank you, John.
Did she say he gave him a peace out sign?
Yes, he did.
That's what it
He
is.
did.
That is it.
Okay, so look, the commentary goes a little bit like this.
Hit him with it.
The commentary goes a little bit like it. Let's get tonight's Child Please Award. You played yourself out. The award winner is Antonio. It's everybody else's fault, Brown. Antonio, it's everybody else's fault, Brown. Is the Child Please Award. Now we all know of his antics in the past week. Now I've seen a lot of support for this brother, and I'm not mad about this clown. And he's his own worst enemy. He was one of the top receivers in the league just a few years ago. Now he's essentially out of the league because of his own undoing again. He lost me when he left the Pittsburgh Steelers and tried to clown his former teammate, Juju Smith-Schuster, a player who used to idolize him. He posted on social media when Juju just texted him to ask him for some advice when Juju was at USC. Now he's blaming Tom Brady, a dude that helped his retarded ass not once but twice to get back into the league and let his dumb ass stay out for a minute. Now he's putting blame on Tom Brady for his basic contract. Bro, you did that. Teams don't trust you. This is why you're where you are, because they're learning what the fuck you just did. I don't know. You need some mental help or not, but what you need is a good ass whipping. So take this Child Please Award. Congratulations, you played yourself out of the NFL in true Marty Hayes style. Thank you, Kenny, for breaking that down the way you did.
I had to do it, bro. Usually I usually don't speak on the obvious, but tonight, by being a sports theme, I just had to do it. I'm done with him.
Yeah.
I'm over him.
So look, y'all, we're gonna chop this up now. I'm gonna go straight to Marcel. Marcel, what's your thoughts on this? You are a sports guy. You're a coach. You're a champion. Give us your perspective on this whole situation here.
Man, Kenny and I, we talked last night, and this is how I'm gonna sum it up. His issue started when he was a kid.
Yeah.
Okay.
I say that because when you're a kid, you have coaches, and your coaches should be holding you accountable, teaching you lessons. Your coach is also your mentor. He's preparing you for that next level. Meaning, if it's Pop Warner or whatever they call it, it's high school. If it's high school, then it's college. And so you can't tell me that he didn't have that. All of his coaches allowed him to act the way that he's acted, and now he's being held accountable. And I think it's too late now though. I think that should have happened a long time ago.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
exactly.
I'm gonna say my piece too, and I know natural. Your piece and my piece probably echo each other. So if you want to go first, you can go first, man. Go ahead, because I know we're probably doing the same thing.
No, I don't. The thing is with me is I didn't follow him too much. I just asked, what was he like before? Is this new kind of a new attitude with the last year, 2 years, or whatever? I'm not sure. But just some people that studied the game, they said, he was a different person before a hit that he took. I don't know if it was a year or two ago, but they say he was definitely a different person after that. I just think the league does not do enough in reference to mental health for the guys.
Yes.
So that's my only take on it, because clearly something's wrong with his ass, because he threw a peace sign up to tens of millions of dollars, something he trained his whole life to do.
Yeah.
So there's some disconnect that had to happen there. I'm just thinking, that's it. I don't know.
Well, natural, as I just said, your thought, my thought are pretty similar, and I think this is his latest cry for help. I think he has some mental issues. I really believe that. And they may have stemmed from childhood. Being an athlete, you get a tendency to, particularly if you're a superstar athlete, you get a tendency to be pushed along and babied along, and people accept your behavior no matter how eccentric it is.
We talked about that last night. Yes.
But I think he has some real mental issues that have not been addressed, And along with that possible contact, like a hit, see a lot of football players, NFL players, even college players have problems now with concussion. And concussions,
CTE.
they're finding some serious CTE is causing some serious issues with players, with people even committing suicide. So I think he really has some mental issues, and he really needs help. That's just how I feel about it. And I'm gonna leave it at that.
Very interesting. Very interesting. Audience, what say y'all out there? Anybody in the comments? Keith Colbert says it's not new. And if I can pick up on what I think Keith is talking about, this is not the first time for Antonio.
No.
I mean, if you look at the jerseys right here, he's with the Steelers right here. With the Steelers, he did something crazy. I don't even remember him being at Las Vegas or with the Raiders, but
he was there for a cup of coffee. He was there. He was there
okay.
for
a cup of coffee.
For a cup of
coffee and a sandwich.
So I don't recall, but obviously, I think there's something missing there. I think MArsell said it best with usually all of our issues stem from something that happened a long time ago in our life, and probably childhood or somewhere along the way where he didn't receive attention or love or something to that effect. Because obviously he has money. Go ahead, MArsell.
Hey, here's the deal, man. You have to be told no. You have to be held accountable. When we were younger playing sports, regardless of how good we were, our coaches held us accountable. And I think in today's sports world, I mean, look at it. It's not just him. I think a lot of these kids that get into trouble, that's not the first time that they've done whatever they got caught doing. Mm-hmm. Let's just put it that way. That's just the natural fact. If you don't understand, if you're not being taught that you can't do this, you got to do that, at some point it's going to catch up to you.
Mm-hmm.
Right. When you said that last night, brother, just to piggyback on what you said, I hadn't even looked at it like that. When you said last night, hey, this is something that started not yesterday, but this started when he was a child. He's been spoon-fed. And now, like you said, he's being held accountable, and he can't deal with it.
Yeah. Well, I think he just got to a point where he imploded. Because this is, this is not even anything to do with accountability. You just went off the rail.
Completely. They're levels, though. They're levels.
Yeah, we could talk about this all night. And these are things that happen not only on the field.
He exploded on himself.
Yep, and natural. He's had incidents not only on the field, but off the field that we have to address.
If it happened in front of millions, it's happening with one or two.
Yes. So it's a lot to this story, man. A lot to the story.
A lot. But I think he's done. Yeah. He's blaming Tom Brady now for the amount of money that he was making. Tom Brady didn't write your contract. Tom Brady gave you a job twice.
Yeah, you know what? It's a sad situation, and I'm going to end it on this. I'm just going to pray for the brother and hope that, he finds his way in life. I hope that his bank account is kind of good, you know what I mean? Because I don't know if he's going to get back in the NFL, and it's not many places you can make money like that, but I'm just going to pray for his overall health, though, man, and we're going to keep it moving.
Yeah. All right, we're going to keep it moving. Oh, listen, before we move on, before we go to the fundamentals of fasting, I want to give a shout out to Tanya Cooper. She posted that she had just accepted a teaching position in a special education and a new school. Congratulations to you, Tanya.
Congratulations.
Definitely.
We always like to shout out our people when they do exceptional things.
There it is.
Congratulations, Artie.
All right, congratulations. T. Cooper. Awesome. So, tell them what's coming up next, baby.
Right now, you know what it is. Greatness. Definitely, we so appreciate that. Thanks for sharing that with us. But if you missed last week's show, if you want to rewatch this show, which you will, you can check us out on YouTube. You can also look back at the feed on Facebook, because this is going to be a powerful one. You see the brother over here next to me, definitely. And we're going to bring it right on down and go into the fundamentals of fasting right now so we can get into it. And Q, can you break it down for us? Can you break it on down?
Let's do that. Listen, guys, we want to talk about the fundamentals of fasting and want you to understand exactly what fasting really is. And I want you to understand it's not something new. Fasting has been around forever. What it is, it's just a time eating pattern. What it's not a diet, and it's not new, it's not a fad. It's been around forever. And what it does, who does it? Everybody does it. When you're sleeping, you're fasting. Automatically you fast when you sleep. Now, step one in fasting is to select a protocol. A protocol is simply a time in which you choose to fast. Your hours for fasting and your hours for feeding. We recommend for the beginner a 16-hour fast with an 8-hour feeding window. For the more advanced, you may choose an 18-hour fast with a 6-hour feeding window. You may try a 20-hour fast with a 4-hour eating window, or you can try something called OMAD. OMAD stands for 1 meal a day, in which you'd eat one time during a 24-hour period. Now, step two, following the fasting rules, is finding a block of time that fits your lifestyle. That's one of the most important things that you can do, because then you're more apt to stay with it. You want to consume 0 calories when you're fasting. That means you can consume things like water and black coffee and tea, but you can't consume any food during your fasting hours. And also, I just want you to remember that your fasting hours also include your sleeping hours. Resisting temptation becomes easier over time. The last step to this in following the rules is eat healthy foods that will satiate you. You may eat 1 to 3 times during your eating window, just depends upon what protocol you choose. Select the eating hours that work for your lifestyle, then consistency becomes easier. Drink fluids during your meal. What they'll do is help you avoid overeating and give you that sense of fullness that we talked about. When you do all of these things, you'll begin to see all kinds of benefits. You're going to have mental sharpness, thinking clearer. You're going to lower inflammation in your body. Your energy levels will going to increase. That's my favorite right there. You're going to have weight loss and so many more benefits. It'll improve your sex life and all kinds of things, your sleep.
Wow.
But the key to all of this is consistency. Doing it consistently, you will win. Back to you guys.
All right. Well, look, it has come to the time in the evening where we got our feature segment. And tonight's feature interview is no other than our brother, our nephew, our uncle, our cousin, father, all kinds of things, coach, everything. A mentor. Did I leave one out, Kenny? Anyway.
Yeah, you got it, bro. You hit it on the head, bro.
Y'all welcome MArsell again to the show. And you get the All-Star Treatment Award. But I just want y'all to introduce some of y'all to MArsell that you might not know these things about him. So I'm going to kick his bio, his ballistics real fast. Some of MArsell's journey is he grew up from Annapolis. He grew up in Newtown 19, where me and Quavy was living at. And he said he had the pleasure of being inspired by us. Thank you, brother, so kindly. Attended the great Wiley H. Bates Junior High School and later went to Annapolis Senior High. Upon graduating, he headed to North Idaho College on a scholarship. After playing years, he started coaching in 1991. He's the father of 2 sons. I know he's an awesome father because he's an awesome coach. His sons, Malcolm, born in 1992, and Marcus, born in 1994, both played for his teams. He went on to work for FedEx in 96, returned to finish his education in 2002 because he got a back injury. But the brother didn't let that stop him. He went on to do more. But wait, there's more. His professional accomplishments, coaching a career, officially started in 2002. He was the co-head coach at Post Falls Christian Academy. In 2004, he took an assistant coach job at his alma mater in North Idaho College. And from 2008 to 2012, he coached at Post Falls High School, where he won the school's first state championship in 45 years. My sons were the starting guards on that team, his 2 sons. From 2014 to 2020, he was the head coach of Genesis Prep Academy in Post Falls, Idaho. And in that tenure, he went with 110 wins and only 34 defeats. Y'all know how hard that is? 110 wins with only 34 defeats. He won 2 state championships to 2017 and 2018 and he became the first black. Check this out, man. The first black head coach to win a state championship in Idaho in any sport.
Wow. Come on, let's give it up for Marcel.
He's currently the athletic director and a K-8 physical education teacher in Coeur d'Alene Tribal School. Y'all give it up for our brother MArsell Colbert.
My man.
Congratulations, brother.
MArsell, how you feel, man?
I was right down. Give
Hey
thanks.
man, what you just said, man, that put me over the moon, man. But I feel great. Thank you again, man. Thank you again for having me on your show tonight. I appreciate that.
Well, I just read it, brother. You lived it, and so MArsell, if you don't mind, we really want to dive deep. I just wanted to give the folks an overview of what you did, and what I want to do. You remember that show? They called it "This Is Your Life," or what was that called? Q.
This is your life.
This is your life. Well, this is your life, brother. And I want you to take us back to Newtown 19 and bring us up to present day. Is that okay?
Oh yeah.
Cool,
Oh yeah.
Cool. So we're gonna start with the early years, brother.
All right. Yes, sir. Let's start off.
Back
Let's
in the
start
day.
this process. And Marcel, there's a lot to cover. But why don't you, first of all, could you take us through your background? You know, your family, parents, hometown, the neighborhood, childhood friends, and so on and so forth. If you just take a minute or so to elaborate on that, if you will.
Okay. Well, my mother, Althea Smith, she passed when I was 4. So
Yes.
I grew up. I was raised with my aunts and uncles. My grandparents raised me. So really close knit, tight family. Actually, when I was born, 1827 Drew Street out Parole was where we lived.
Wow.
Moved down to 19. Well, most folks call it Boston Heights, but I call it 19. in that middle building, that 431.
Marcel, give that building number again.
Middle building, 431, baby, 431.
Who lives in 431? Who lives in 431 with y'all? What was some of the families?
Man,
Was that ain't that Roll them or Will Roll them building, or was it I'm in the wrong building, Q?
No, that was MArsell Colbert in them building.
MArsell Colbert building. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So the folks I remember growing up, below me was remember Gary Williams, brother Dooney.
Oh yeah.
They were downstairs.
Yeah.
And then later on, after they moved, Dorsey, Luke Evans, Edwards, they were there. Yeah. They're down the bottom floor because Jeff Jr. Diggs and their family were downstairs. Nicole Medley, Nicole Owens now they were in number 12. Across the hall from her, 13 was Phoebe Murray.
You got a good memory, brother.
Vincent. Oh yeah, man. Over top of that was Diane Coates, Gerard Coates, Dana.
Coates.
Man, with Howard. I think I forget Dana's last. Dana Anderson. Yeah, they were in that apartment there. And upstairs, was LC. Remember LC?
Yeah.
Man. So Rod Poole, Bamboo.
Yeah.
Gary Walker.
Gary Walker. He's a pastor now. He's a pastor.
Yep.
No.
And in building 442, that's where Miss Knight had her babies.
That was our building, 442.
That was y'all building right there.
Yeah. Oh man.
And one of my I'm gonna give you. Well, I can say it's both one. Childhood memories was Lenny plucking that bass guitar.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Quavy had that. Was it Toyota? That brown Toyota?
Yeah. Keep out there,
I used to come out on Saturday mornings, man. Q be out there wiping that sucker down, and I would have some great conversations with him.
Oh man, you got an awesome memory, brother. Awesome memory. Hey,
man, y'all messed with that picture.
How old were you? How old were you on this Christmas picture right here?
Man, I was like 4 or 5 years old, man. And listen, It's funny that you posted that picture right there because it popped up in my memory about a month ago, right? And so I looked at it and I read one of the first comments. Marty Hayes.
Wow.
Marty said, "This is what Marty said. Oh, I see you, son, with that Michael Jackson shirt on."
That's
Marty. That's Marty right there. That's Marty.
That's Marty all the way. That's Marty.
Ooh, boy, yeah. Oh, goodness.
We got some Newtown heads on here too. Turning heads. Ronnie said she was a 460B, and Kim Queen said she was 450. Building 450.
Yeah. Yep, 450.
Oh, man.
What, 31? Probably 31 or 32, something like that.
Yeah. Go ahead, Art, kick it for him.
Hey, man, describe your earlier years. You know, how you got into sports and the music. You know, how it made you who you are. You know, that development time.
Oh, yeah, man. You know what? My family, man, music-wise, my family, my uncles, my aunts, they always had music playing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the same with the sports. You know, my uncle Mate and my uncle Ronnie, they take me, they go play down Bestgate or wherever they played, they would take me with them.
Yep.
And so, get out there and run. And then, in the neighborhood, you see guys up there playing. And what motivated me more than anything in basketball was the fact that I had to earn my way on the court.
Yeah, you did. You did back in the
day. No doubt.
Because I remember my uncles, man, they would go out parole.
Yeah.
Or they would go down Bestgate. They'd be down, when they played down the Y. I always had that carrot in front of me. Like, man, hey, you know what? I want to play. I want to get this court, and you dream about that stuff, man, when you're a kid. You want to get on that court,
And one of your teammates told me that they wanted to tell you peace and love. My brother Darius was like, "Look, man, you're going to have my man on the show. They doing another show. That's the only reason why he said he wasn't on here. But, I remember y'all playing in bass together. But he remembers the tournament that y'all won the championship on, and that's what he remembers. Down in town.
That was right.
Yeah, down the wreck. No doubt. Y'all won the championship. They were playing against y'all. And
look at some of the great players, man, on this picture.
Kenny, check us out, Kenny Adams. Kenny, check out this lineup.
I'm checking it out.
Yeah, that team right there, man. Whew. That team right there. Tell you, man.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna tell you something.
Talent was in the area. So much talent was in this area.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you something, man. I came up. I'm not going. I don't believe in comparing eras and all that stuff, but I came up at a great time because I got a chance to see a lot of great ball players, man, and just to be around a lot of great people growing up.
You sure did.
Yep.
And it's sad because they don't ball like we balled back in the day.
No.
Not now. You don't go to a court, and if you lose, you might as well go home because it's that many nexus. You know what I'm saying? You don't see that out there no more.
Kenny, you
challenge,
got it,
man.
Kenny.
Right.
Yeah, bro, my brother, man, how did your high school career, how did it influence you to do the things that you continue to do even up to today?
Man, you know what? I think my high school career, but I can't just say my high school career because, my just my whole career from playing at Germantown, playing at the Annapolis Rec.
Yeah.
Mr. Jones, Mr. Jack Reed, Mr. John Jones, Mr. Brian Brown.
Yeah, Mr. John Jones.
Mr. Reed, Mr. Jones, C-Man, C-Ball.
Those guys, Mr. Kenny Belt. You got to have a foundation.
Yeah.
You need a foundation to build on, man. And then, those guys prepared me for when I got to high school with Mr. Brady, he added his flair to everything else that had already been laid down.
Mm-hmm.
And so I knew, I didn't, of course, when you look back, you say you knew, but I didn't know at the time what I was going to be doing. But just from the people that poured into my life.
Wow. Preach,
from
brother. Preach.
Germantown to Mount Olive to Bates to Annapolis High School, it was just predestined that I was going to be doing what I'm doing today.
Wow.
Preach, brother.
That's
Preach.
awesome, bro.
Preach,
So,
preach,
That's
preach.
awesome.
So Marcel, as we transition from high school to college, tell us about your college experience. You know, the recruitment process that you went through, the accepting of the scholarship, and how the participation went out in Northern Idaho. Could you break that down a little bit for us? Just break into that.
Okay. Well, the recruiting process, man, was pretty smooth, man. I mean, Mr. Brady, you know, Coach Brady, he had a lot of relationships, a lot of connections, and so. But the funniest part about the recruiting, my recruitment, was the fact that I didn't want to. I had some offers down in South Carolina and down in North Carolina, but I didn't want to go down south. And what intrigued me about North Idaho, now this goes to show you how naive I was, because the year before I committed to come to college, I had played in the basketball tournament, AAU tournament out in Yakima, Washington.
Yeah.
So happened, my best friend, you know, growing up, and to this day, my apple scrapple, Freddie Butler, had committed to come to North Idaho.
Yeah.
And so so Freddie and I were talking, right? And I was like, man, I said, well, do they have any more scholarships available out that way? And he said, yeah. So I'm looking on a map. This shows my naivety, as they say, or my naiveness. So I look on the map, right? And I look at Yakima, and then I look at North Idaho, and I'm like, oh, they ain't that far apart. Well, I was like, yeah, we can do this. So I didn't realize that when I got to North Idaho, that it was going to be a whole different climate.
Yeah.
Man, listen, my freshman year, it snowed on Halloween. Man, I called my grandfather. I said, I don't know if I can handle this, man. It's snowing out here already.
Didn't stop.
My grandfather said, boy.
Folks into our next question. Natural, go ahead, brother.
Hey, well, you know what? As you're adapting to Ohio, you can kind of let us know. The change in weather was an issue. We understand that. But how about the culture? You know, the climate, as far as that's concerned, the lifestyle there. You know, we've been around a lot of different people already, but how was it? How did it change there, environmentally?
Oh man. Let me tell you. It was like night and day, man. I mean, it was like, you know, you go from seeing all the pepper and some salt speckled in.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden you're the pepper and everything else is the salt, right?
I was waiting for that. I was waiting for that.
Yeah, brother. Talk.
Pep in the place,
But at the same time, though, I wanted change. I wanted to see something different.
There you go, brother. There you go.
And you know, and being able to call back and talk to my family, talk to my uncles, talk to my grandparents, man, that just gave me more confidence. It inspired me to continue to do what I was doing, man. And then once I figured it out, and I learned to adjust, I learned to navigate my way through, man, it's been lovely.
Yeah, that's awesome, man.
You been out there how long now, Marcell? Like 30 years?
Oh, bro, I've been out here for this will be my 32nd year out here, man.
Tremendous, brother. Tremendous.
You, Freddie, and it's a few other y'all that went out there. Yeah, man.
Yeah, well, Freddie and I were the first to come out. And then we had Jody Beck came out for a minute.
Jody Beck, I remember that. Yeah.
Tracy Evans.
Yeah,
yeah, man. We had and then we had a lot of guys come out. Michael Teal.
You know that Marcell, that reminds me, like when I went to Davis and Elkins in West Virginia, I did the same thing. I went to West Virginia, Davis. I wanted to get away, similar to what you was, away from home, where somebody couldn't just drive up on me, you know. And and I was able to get David Kirby to come to that school, Reggie Owens to come to that school. Then Teddy Watson came, and then Weeble. You remember Weeble played ball? We got able, so we kind of opened, opened the door for others to come. So, but go ahead, brother. It's your night, not mine. Go ahead, keep talking.
No, we're good. What's the next question?
No, I also want to a couple people wanted to holler at you. Shout out to you. Mikey Taylor was saying, "What's up, cousin?" Giving you a shout out. So welcome, Mikey Taylor.
Mikey, hey, cuz.
You know, Pam Smith was saying welcome, and so many others. So I just wanted to get their shout outs in as well.
So look, man, we want to talk about your coaching because
yes,
that's where you really started to blossom, I think, and it's something I think people need to hear about. So I want everybody to check out this little clip real fast. It's about a quick 10-second clip. Just check it out.
Next one.
I don't want you to leave the block. You stay your behind on that block. Get the ball to him. You got to get the ball, and you got to be.
All right, tell us what's going on with that. Could you break that clip down and tell us exactly what was going on, what game, and all of that type of stuff?
So this is the game. I forget the game, but basically it was a 2-possession ball game. And we needed this basket to seal a deal. It was like 35 seconds left on the clock, left in the game. And my big kids, you know how big kids are, they want to go out and face the basket. I was like, no, you get your behind on that block. Because he had a mismatch. I said, if you get that ball, you're going to drop step and you're going to go up. And if you dunk it, dunk it. If you're not going to dunk it, lay it in, but do not miss this layup.
Right.
And he scored, and we ended up winning the game and ended up going to the state basketball tournament. So yeah, that was huge.
Oh man, all right. You remind me of John Thompson, like you was not playing when you was talking to that boy right there.
Yeah. You kept it PG too. You said get your behind in the paint.
Yeah.
So MArsell, did you always want to go into coaching? Did you think that from the very get-go? Was that something that came along later on as you started your basketball career?
You know, honestly, I never thought I would be a coach. I thought I was going, like every kid, I thought I was going to be in the NBA. I thought I was going to be doing this, that, and the other. But I burned out. I got burned out. Got tired of playing.
Yeah.
And I was away from the game for probably 6 months, and then I got the coaching, the urge to coach, and that's what I did. I just started coaching at the park and rec level, and then just started going as it went on.
Man, that's awesome. That is
and
awesome.
these are some of your teams on these pictures here.
Yeah, yep. The team on the left side of the screen, on my left, that was my last team right there. Before I stepped down. Yep.
Okay.
And that happened to be my birthday. That was my birthday right there.
Oh, okay. Awesome. Yes, indeed.
I tell you, man, it's one thing I was just asking. From what I understand, I just heard this. You can definitely confirm. Your son has a record out there, I heard. One of your sons, if you could kind of enlighten us up, scoring wise, I believe.
And then while you at it, just after that, just go right into the question of describing your coach.
I'm gonna ask you a question, but I just was trying to get that out because I wanted to find that out.
Yeah, my youngest son. Well, first things first. Both of my sons played varsity basketball all 4 years, and they started all 4 years. So that's a huge accomplishment for them.
That is a great accomplishment right there. That's a great accomplishment, man.
And the next funny thing is my oldest son set the games played record when he graduated. And when my youngest son came up, he broke that record, and he also broke the all-time. He's still the all-time leading scorer in school history.
Wow.
When I heard it, I was like, man, it don't fall far from the tree, man. And when the coach is a whole lifetime,
hey,
you got.
I would talk trash, and listen, I would talk trash and say that I'm better than both of them, but they're better than I am. But they had a great teacher.
That's right, baby. Who's the greatest, the king or the kingmaker?
I like that.
But listen, my coaching style.
Yeah.
Yes. About
Okay.
your coaching style. How
My
do you
coaching
develop
style
it?
it's a mesh between Mr. Brady and Mr. Jones.
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
Okay. Okay.
Because
Mr. Jones for Bates?
Mr. Jones, John Jones, yes sir.
For Bates, yeah,
Listen,
okay.
Mr. John Jones, man, that is my what's his name? Clarence McClendon. That's my McClendon right there.
Okay.
You know, he is who I get a lot of my charisma when I'm coaching, you know. Because I want my kids to know first and foremost that I love them.
Man, you preaching,
And I
brother.
share that with them. And Mr. Jones didn't say those words, but I could tell by his actions that he loved me.
Yes.
Yes.
And I just took it a step further. So that's my coaching style. I mean, everything is energy. You know, everything's about 110%.
Yes.
Everything's together. It's about family. You know.
Yes. Mr. Jones, C-man, C-ball.
What did you?
Yes, sir. Mm-hmm.
Yes,
What
sir.
did you take
That right
Brady?
there.
Yeah.
What did you take
Mr. Brady. Oh man, just attention to detail. Just
Yeah. Okay.
I want everything. The main thing is accountability, responsibility, showing up on time. If you're gonna be late, you call me. You know, communication. You know, everything. Like I said, everything is just nestled in that right there.
Good.
Cheryl Hunt giving you very tough and dedicated coach. She loves it because, you know, Cheryl was a serious baller. I swear, if Cheryl was born in this era, she'd be in the WNBA. Hands down.
Oh yeah.
Because she used to give me fits on the court. I'd be like, damn, Cheryl, don't embarrass her brother out here.
I recall.
NBA, both of them would have been in the league. Both of them.
Yep.
Well, go ahead, Kenny. You up?
Marcel, I just got a question, brother. What's next for Marcel? What can we look for from Marsell Colbert coming up?
Man, you know what? Right now, my thing right now where I am is it's all about passing it down, man.
Yes.
Giving it to the kids, man. You know,
Okay. That's what's up.
You know, I mean that's where I am right now. My thing is it's all about leaving empty. Everything that I have within me it's up to me to share it with everybody that I come in contact with, whether it be physical contact, whether it be through social media, whatever. You know.
Right. Awesome, brother. I remember when you left. I didn't know that you had left coaching, and we hadn't talked in a little while. And then I saw something on Facebook, and I called you, and you were telling me about the venture that you're doing now. So you got big things on the horizon, brother. I'm proud of you. Keep going. Keep doing what you do.
Marcel, I wanted to know. Excuse me.
Yeah, go ahead.
You made this achievement, to being the first black coach in Idaho to win a state championship. Not just in basketball, but in any sport. That's the part that really blows my mind. I mean, so you really like in the history books, brother, all the way from Annapolis. From Annapolis, man, I'm so proud of that achievement that you accomplished.
Yes,
were you aware that you were the first black coach, or there was no black coaches that won the state championship?
I had no idea, man. You know, when we won our first state championship, a friend of mine, Ryan Collingwood, he messaged me. Then he called me. He said, "Hey," he said, "I gotta check this out, man." He said, "But I think you're the first, black head coach to win a championship in Idaho." And at first, he was thinking basketball.
Yeah.
And so he did some research on it, and then won our second state championship. And he calls me again. He says, "Dude," he said, "You're the first, man." He said, "I want to do a story on this. I want to interview you." And I was like, "Yeah." And because I know him and I trusted him, I said, "Yeah, of course, let's do that." And that's history, I guess.
That is so awesome. So awesome.
Man.
Hey, look, I wanted to show this clip, Marcel, because people might think that you was coaching that, you can't ball no more. Because you know how when we get older, they try to challenge us, Marcel. You know what I'm talking about, brother. So
Oh, yeah.
Can you set this clip up and tell the folks what's about to happen? What was going on this day? Was it practice or what was happening?
We were actually on our way down to the state tournament, and this was this was the year of the first state championship. And let me set it up for you. He blocked my shot like 4 or 5 times. This is like the fifth take, right?
Now, who is the young man? Who is the young man?
The young man's name is Khan Ajang from he is from Kenya.
Okay.
But anyway, so he would talk trash to him. He was like, Coach, you can't score me, Coach. I'm like, okay, I got you. And so this way I had to, of course it was slow motion. So I had to back him down a little bit, and then when I stepped back on him, and then that was it.
So I'm gonna roll the clip. I'm gonna roll the clip, baby. Here we go. So
never live that down.
Transitions into another segment of your life. Doing that clip, you were about, I'm guessing, maybe 50, 60, 70 pounds heavier at that time? Maybe something like that?
I was probably about 70, 80 pounds heavier, but that's who's counting.
Yeah. Let's transition and talk about your current weight loss in pounds. How much weight have you lost in what frame of reference?
Well, I'm currently down 85 pounds.
Wow.
I started my journey August 16th, 2021.
Yeah, we talked about that last night, yeah.
That is so awesome, brother. And the pictures, man, like all 3 of those pictures is MArsell, y'all. I mean, this one here, you can see him on the right and the left. Like, what was the time frame here and to the picture on the left side? How long has passed since that? Because you look like you aging backwards on these pictures.
The one on the left, the Kings born in January, the picture on the left, that was in, I want to say, May of last year. And the one on the right, I want to say that was in September-ish, October, somewhere in that area.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And the one that's on the far right, that's Christmas, of course, Santa's crew. That's last month.
Man,
and on that picture right there, was down 80.
Man, looking super fantastic too, man.
Awesome.
I mean, you just looking super fan. Look like you can go take that boy to the hoop for real again now.
I might just look on him. No.
I got a quick question. Can you still dunk?
Along with the weight loss, did you decide to lose the beard too at the same time, or you just decided later on to cut off the facial hair?
You know what? One morning I woke up and I felt, like I said, I feel great. I felt great, but I looked at that beard and I was like, man, I got to take this off so I can look like I feel.
I hear you, brother. I hear you. Okay. We're going to let the ask questions.
Can you still dunk, MArsell?
Man, you know what? I haven't attempted that yet, but I'm gonna do it one of these days. I'm gonna go up there and get one.
I know you can get a one hand. I know you can get a one hand in.
Time will tell.
You got an answer.
Losing it this time.
Okay,
losing weight this time.
The difference?
I'm sorry, we couldn't hear you.
You know what, man? Let me tell you. What led to me really doing it this time was before I started. Well, let me go back, and I'm gonna try to get this as quick as I can. I lost 2 uncles in 2020.
Yeah. Yep.
I lost a cousin who was like an uncle a day before my birthday, 2021.
Yeah.
And so you go forward, and I'm laying down at night. I'm going to sleep, man, and I could eat at 6 o'clock or 9 o'clock, and I felt like I had something sitting on my chest, right? And so
come on,
I reached out to one of my high school classmates, man, who had lost 83 pounds. And I'm like, man, what did you do? And so happens when I made this phone call, I told Kenny this last night. I just thought about this.
Yep, you sure
When I
did.
made that phone call to Troy, this was after Marty had passed.
Yep.
I was at a basketball camp. I was on my way home, and I called Troy, and I said, "Man, I need to know what you did." So he called me on that following Sunday, and he explained to me what it was. And he said, "Listen," he asked me, "Can you go 30 days without drinking alcohol?" I said, "Of course, right?" And he asked me a few other questions. And August 16th, I started this run, this journey I'm on, and I tell you what, the first week, that pressure I had in my chest was no more, and I feel great, man. I sleep great, and I feel great. You know,
That is so awesome, man.
That is amazing.
Go ahead, Kenny. Or Lanny, whoever's up.
No, I just want to say, look, man. I just want to give you your props, man, because I know what you're doing. Because I think all of us on here, Marcel, all the brothers on this show right now, we've been through that journey because we all got to that point. I mean, probably the most successive or the other great accomplishment was what Quavy did within the last 2 years. Because if everybody knew, you knew my brother before the show. If you didn't know him before the show, you would be like,
you walk past him right now.
What? You got a brother that y'all never told us about in the family? Like, no, it was just the same dude that was that big. You know what I mean? I really want to commend you, man, on doing something for yourself because you wanted to do it. And I just want the audience to give it up, man. Just give it up. Just give up. Show some love.
Let's give him some love.
For the brother, man. Awesome job, man.
Hey, really quick, I told Kenny this last night also. I mean, and this is just, we have to control what we can control.
Yes.
And, I mean, because, if I'm going to leave here tomorrow, I want to make sure that I did everything I could do to make sure that I'll be here tomorrow. And that's just taking control of my health, investing in me, investing in my health. It's important, man. I mean, I'm not saying I'm not eating whatever it is I used to eat ever again, but it's all about doing it in moderation.
Yes.
Bingo.
Yes.
Bingo.
We talked about that last night.
It's moderation, man. And we need to start investing in ourselves. And I don't mean like buying clothes and buying cars. I mean investing in our health, because your health is your health.
Preach it.
Yes. And Marcel, we wanted to bring you on because we have some other great success stories within our audience. Tanya Tenacious Cooper, Cheryl Hunt. I mean, Keith Colbert. I don't know if you've seen Keith lately, but I don't know if you've seen Keith lately, but the brother could dunk. He could dunk if he wanted to now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, how about it, Lenny? I think he can get one.
He can get one right now. He can get one. Got this jumper still good too. But
the jump shot got still be good.
The jumper's always sweet. You know what I mean? That was always sweet with you.
Yeah.
But I want to say that, we had some great success stories. But some people in the audience, been going back and forth. And let's keep it real. This is not an easy thing to do. If it was, everybody would be doing it. So the inspiration that you providing, man, even back to us, because Q was telling me he talked to a couple people in the audience. A couple people say I fell off a little bit over the holidays. And what did you tell him, Q?
Man, this is a lifestyle, not a diet. And the same way that you found the formula, you still have that formula. And that formula will continue to work for you day after day after day. Just reactivate and use the formula. That's it. Simple as that.
Keith said he could at least touch the nets. He don't know about dunking. Look, Marcel, Margaret Nick has a question for you. She wanted to know, did you do intermittent fasting or what did you do? Because it really doesn't matter. You got the results. But tell people what did you do?
Well, actually, I didn't do intermittent fasting. What I'm doing is a program called Healthy Living. And basically, what I'm doing is I am speeding up my metabolism. I'm drinking lots of water, and I'm eating health. I mean, I'm eating one meal a day But the meal that I'm eating is a lean protein with green vegetables, 3 green vegetables. Now the biggest thing is I weigh. You got to weigh your food. You can't overeat. You got to eat. We got to eat to sustain ourselves, not to eat to log us down, or however you want to phrase that.
Well, Marcel, I want to tell you, I'm going to fill you in on something. What you're doing does has elements of intermittent fasting. Bingo!
Yeah.
It does.
Yeah.
There we go.
Those are the basic.
Oh man, yeah.
It sounds like
So
it sounds like
you're doing a variation. What you're doing is a variation of intermittent fasting. That's what it is.
Yep, absolutely,
But
absolutely.
like Lenny said, however you got to get it done, get her done.
Done.
Hey, look, we're gonna have to shelf the KBS because we're running out of time. But I do want to jump on and put. Let me see. I do want to say get some closing thoughts for tonight. That's what I'm trying to get to. I'm trying to get Kenny's screen straight. We just got Kenny's mouth, and I don't know, how that's gonna work out too good. There you go. Got it over here now. Okay. So look, I do want to get some closing thoughts in. Get some closing thoughts. Great show for tonight. Everybody, just give a big shout out to our special guest, our homeboy. Just so proud of you, brother, of all the accomplishments, and you still inspiring even with your personal journey. And at this point in the show, we give what we call closing thoughts. So we're going to let you go first, Marcel, and give us your closing thoughts, brother.
Hey, I'm gonna keep it short and sweet, man. My grandfather used to always say this, and now today it has much more meaning than it did back when he used to say it to us growing up. We all we got.
Yes.
You all we need.
Yes,
Amen.
sir. Amen. That's definitely short and sweet. Kenny, you was our special guest, so we got to let our guest go first. What you got to say, brother?
Hey man, I tell you, Marcel, again, it was a pleasure to talk to you in this kind of format, my brother. We text and chat every now and then, but again, I want to reiterate all the losses that we've all suffered in the past year or so. And to be able to sit here with you and talk about Germantown, you know what I mean? It means a lot. It means a lot to me. It means a lot, probably to a lot of other people, because a lot of us are not here. A lot of us just didn't make it. But peace, brother. I love you. Take care. I'll call you the weekend.
Yes, sir.
My brother, love you, man.
Arden Smith.
You too, boy.
Arden Smith, we're going to throw it your way, brother. Why don't you give us your closing thoughts you want to tell Marcel?
It's great to see you, brother. I mean, you grew up at a great time, man, and it's beautiful because we had that situation that you broke down very, very well. And a great man would always appreciate those that put into him. And it was 3 things I really took from you. One, appreciating the people that put into you. Basically our elders and our ancestors, and we standing on their shoulders. And when people mention that, it means a lot in reference to their character and what built them. To give homage and pay homage and salute those people that gave you, your start. The other powerful pieces, man, I don't know if you said it quickly, but it was extremely powerful, about leaving empty. Leaving empty. When you said, I want to leave empty, and I want to give everything I have to give, man. We all have gifts to give, and it's so powerful that you're just conscious of it, and that's why you got so much success, man. You giving that love, you giving everything you got, and people will run through the wall for you because they know how much you care. They don't care till then. The other piece is how you pull people along with you. Remind me of my brother right here, Lenny. How when you went there, you reached back to Annapolis and brought other players, brought other people along. And some of those people not even to play, but just to bring them on to see something different, to be somewhere else different, man. You a powerful brother, man, and I just want to salute you. And I think that more and more, we need to salute each other in our greatness while we alive, so you can smile when people talking that great stuff to you and not just not here. You know what I mean? So, man, I appreciate you, brother. God bless you, your family. Salute to your children. great father. You know what I'm saying? God bless you, man. Peace and love.
Thank you. Thank you.
Q,
Thank you.
Q, won't you close? I'm gonna say mine real fast. Look, just thank you, Marcel. Thank you, Kenny, for joining us tonight. Y'all just bring value to the show.
All the time.
Like Bernie says, a lot of people don't know some of these great things people doing that are from Annapolis, and I just want to thank you for coming on, sharing your story with us, and we need to have you back another time. You have an open invitation to come anytime, brother. Q, why don't you close this out, brother?
I'm going to keep it short and sweet as well, man. I just want to, first of all, thank our guests, man, for really coming in and sharing your story and inspiring so many other people, man. And your success story is one that resonates with a lot of people, so we want to say thank you. And a special shout out to our audience. I never want to forget our audience who is so loyal and always with us. And guys, we stick together as a community, and as a community, we all win. So until next week, man, I'm going to say peace out. I love you guys. We truly love you, man. Peace.
All right. Good night, everybody. Good night. Good night.
Good night.